Hello, crafters! Yeah, it's kind of meant to be like a Hello Vietnam kind of thing from Robin Williams. Go check out that movie if you haven't seen it. And hello, crafters! Yeah. Um, so we've got the Tennessee going in this building right here for folks that new players that own no land. It's to help them out. One of the other things now with the tenancy that makes it just a little bit easier for me to ensure the permissions are correct. We could have done this before. It was a lot harder to allow like the crafters that come monthly to our stuff. They come, they walk up this huge path, they're lugging 2,000 pounds of stuff, they're waddling like a duck and all this, and then they might put it in the bank and they might leave it there, they might craft some, might go back and forth. What I'm going to do now in Diamond Fields is give the crafters their own trunks. And again, sure, many POTs have, GM people and you guys might want to craft with them, but hey, I'm the coolest. Just saying. Little self promotion there. I will answer questions. I try to do everything I can. We started this in Diamond Fields. What's going to be now? I think the August one will mark our 1 year anniversary of doing this. It might have been September. I'll have to double check back the forms. But we're either on 11 or 12 months of doing this every month just to help every new player or existing player, every guild, everything. Like I said, some guilds are getting all kind of, oh, we're going to GM our guild members. Well, we just do everybody. You come out here, we're going to find a spot for you. If there's not a spot when you get here, I will stay late to help you out. It's non congregational, it's non denominational. I don't care what guild you're in, it don't matter. That's what we do here in Diamond Fields. Now, to help facilitate that, I have now, because of the new tenancy that makes it very, less worrisome for me to make sure that, well, if you place this, make sure nobody else can get in because they're kindred and you're not kindred and this, that, and the other. It was a little bit confusing, but now I can go and I have this row home and I can put you as tenant and tenant only. And then what we can do is go down into this basement and I'm going to show you what I've set up for these crafters. And again, it's right by our pavilion and stuff, so it's not a huge hike or anything, but this is going to be a place for you to squirrel away. Let's say you need to make 1,000 straps today, and you're like, oh my god, I need this for next month. You can store your leather here, go make the straps out there, chuck it away, do whatever you need to do. Is to help promote the community of crafters that we're building in Diamond Fields, not only from the monthly events, but just so many folks that we've talked to. This is going to be your stash house. So I just zoned into a one-room basement. This is a five-story basement. The stone and timber one, which you can get from the add-on store. I think there's some one-story, two-story, three, four, whatever. But the plan is, I know it looks a little bit like Indiana Jones and the Ark of the Covenant, and everything's stashed away in giant rows. But the plan behind this is Crafter A gets these three, Crafter B these, and stuff. Now, I want to point out that the limits in here are 200 containers. So, what we have laid out so far, and I'm supplying the containers, guys. You just got to haul your mats in here. And what's going to happen is you say, hey, I'd like to have a container stash here. I will hand you the containers, you fill them up, and you place them back on the little shelves. Boom, it's yours. You tell me what the sign should say. Boom, I will do that. Um, Again, going back to the Indiana Jones thing, Ark of the Covenant, where is it? The difference between this and an inn is an inn was meant to give new players a place to start to deco. Just 15 pieces, but it gets them a place to deco. The only purpose of this row house is for our crafters that come to events, or it could be people that have no home and they have no interest in decorating a home and they just want to, not spend thousands of golds in upgrading their bank. They can use these. Each one holds 300, and you guys can do that as well. If you have no interest in decorating the spot and just want a place to store stuff, this is also going to be a place for you. Now, the only problem with a basement, and this is going to be basement of any kind, is a basement doesn't allow you to teleport to somebody. A basement doesn't allow you to do zone chat only in the basement. It's not like it's above ground. The local chat in the basement is only in the basement, not in the POT or even the PRT or even the NPC town. So think of a basement as almost like a separate hunting scene. Because one of the things you can do on the hatches of the basement is set a basement to be PvP only. We're not setting this one to PvP only, don't worry. Wow, that would cause some major chaos. Yeah, not doing that. Um, this is meant to be basically a bank vault. It's a separate vault that doesn't cost you as much as a regular bank vault does. You do have to do one extra zone to get in here. Keep that in mind. But we will customize it. If you want a different sign than whatever one's up here, hand me the sign. If you got one of them fancy, wood ones or gold ones or steel ones, give me the sign. Tell me what you want on it, and I will put it above your stuff. Again, there's not really a lot of limitations going on here because we can have 200 containers. The lights I've pretty much got going on. I might throw some couches and a few little things to make it feel less, what's the word? Crap. Clinical? That's not the right word that I was looking for, but to make it feel a little more homey, I guess is the right thing, but it was a different word I was looking about. Anyway, the point is you can, oops, sorry about that. You'll be able to pick out what you want to say. You can put an advertisement. Hey, if you need animal hides, contact so and so. Oh, hey, I got a ton of extra iron ore if you ever need it, so that when the people come down here to access their own private vault areas, they can read the messages and they might hook up with you on some things. Again, I'm going to refer you to the forums on that because I've covered that in several videos, but this is just another form of communication via the signs for you guys to communicate for everybody that wants to squirrel away some stuff. Yes, I know it's an extra zone in. Ugh, sorry, but look at the limits that you get. I mean, I'm giving everybody at least 900, and if you want 1800, I'm going to give it to you because we've barely used this space, and I have many more row houses we can extend this to. So if you feel you need 1800 slots to squirrel away your stuff, if you're that much of a hoarder, you can have that. You can't deco in here, but you can have 1800 slots if you think you need it. So this is going to be kind of Hoarder's Paradise, or aka Crafters, which being a crafter, you need tons of tons of space to hoard stuff away. Um, anyway, want to just bring this up for folks. The other thing that we're going to be doing in Diamond Fields is right now we already have one vendor called the co-op. I think it's called Diamond Fields Co-op vendor. And on that vendor are a lot of residents that don't own a commission-free vendor, and then some people that we've invited and allowed them to list things on it. Mostly basically from the crafting events that we hold, but we're going to expand that. I have one commission-free vendor that's called Blackheart's Black Market, and it's basically one of my alts that goes around and steals stuff. She has no skills other than stealing. She steals everything. I steal stuff on this tune, so it's not like I'm trying to hack the system and keep my virtue good on this one. Oh no, hell no. Lace is a thief. This one's just a super thief. So she has a little vendor called Blackheart's Black Market. I don't know if everybody realizes, but last release, I believe it was, not this one, but last one, that you used to only be able to list 100, but now you can list 200 things. Well, she's really not going to steal that many things that people might be interested in buying. It's usually in bulk. It's like 10 goblets, 10 plates, this and that she's listing. She's not putting one thing at a time. So she really only has 50, 60 things, which leaves, 100, 150 slots for other places to list things. So the plan is to make the black market, since they want to quote unquote call this a regional economy, all you crafters that want to list things, and I'm going to want to try to limit this to raw materials. The co op vendors kind of gotten astray with folks listing things like supple leather straps. Really? The market for that is zero because any crafter that needed a supple leather strap, they're going to make it on their own. So I want to avoid that on this vendor. I want it to be raw mats. If you have some gear that is, good finished gear, that's fine. It's still going to be called Blackheart's Black Market, but I will start to open it up and add people one by one as they ask to be added to it, and I'll try to promote that as also a co-op vendor. I can I can probably, I think the words will fit where it's Blackheart's Black Market and co-op or something like that. To allow you guys to, to list some things. I'm really basically looking for raw mats and things like that. Again, so yeah, the idea is to sell useful crafter things, not things crafters can make themselves like straps or whatever. Sell the beetles, sell the suet. Don't sell, refined stuff. Also, some people they like to refine ore and then overprice it. Just watch your math on that. Think about, I won't pay more than 5,300 for silver. I won't pay more than 5K for gold, and I know that it costs X amount of coal, for each 4 ore to do it. I'll buy the refined ores sometimes as ingots. One, because it saved me a little bit of time. Two, because of the coal cost. But there's a lot of people that'll rip you off on that. Just watch the math. Think about the time that it took for the refinement. And you might go, oh my God, for the time it takes me to figure out the time for the refinement, I could have refined them. Yeah, possibly. But again, just watch your prices and stuff. If you're looking for a stash house, especially any miners near Elysium, we are right by Elysium. And if you're just looking for a stash house, here you go. That's what this is built to be, a stash house. I don't care what you do in here. These are all your containers, and the only thing we might do is throw some rugs on this one. I might throw a table up there, maybe a couple refining areas, but the main focus is going to be above ground, where you came from, or getting mentored under me or any of the folks in Diamond Fields. We're really starting to grow a very nice community of GMs. There's quite a lot of us. There's several that don't live here but come here to train, and they come here to train just for the sole intention of training others and paying it forward. I don't want to make you cry like that movie and stuff with the little kid and Kevin Spacey and things. Pay it forward. But yeah, that's what we're all about. So come out here if you want to get, 900 slots. I'll give you the containers. I just got to hand it to you. You put it back, and then it becomes yours, and I can't touch it. I can't get in it. Nobody else can get in it. Only you can get in it, and things like that. So permissions have definitely been checked and stuff. Don't worry about your stuff. And, if I die, and for some reason, this one's a rent-free, but, there is time expiration. If I die, you probably have 1 year to evacuate or so. So I think you're okay. Anybody, take care. Happy hunting, be safe, and I hope you want to use the new Diamond Fields storage solutions for crafters. Take care.